Hello everyone, my name is Kyla and this is Kay's Corner. So this week on Scrap That, I have two new items that I'm working on. I've actually already cut the fabrics for it, and today I'm going to be sewing on at least one of them, which is in priority, and it's called the Rekindle jacket. It's also going to be a fleece jacket, something that I did previously, the one with the rainbow. It's going to be that style of jacket, except of course a different pattern. I'm actually working with, again, it's called the Rekindle jacket, right? So I'm working with this checkerboard fabric that I've had for a long time. I don't know if y'all remember the checkerboard and flame trend that was like heating up the cities. Everybody's wearing checkerboard and flames. I hope y'all remember that. But so I got my flames down here that I have to actually create. And what I'm going to do is applique stitch the flame pieces onto the checkerboard. And the whole idea of the whole thought process behind the Rekindle jacket is that, well, I mean, if you think of what you're doing when you're rekindling, you're trying to get the flame going again. But also rekindling can burn some things up. Like sometimes you gotta light fire to the hearts is what I'm saying. You know, we got our hearts on fire. So that's that one. And then the second is, which I can't really reach for right now, it's gonna be a vest, which is, I'm a little nervous about that one because I've never made anything like a vest. So okay, I just want to talk about what I'm doing. This is just the sleeve pattern. Of course I have cut all the rest of it. So what I had to do here was I had to figure out, okay, this how many different fabrics I'm going to be using. How long do I need the pattern to be once it's all said and done? Oof, I forgot about seam allowance. Actually, I didn't forget about seam allowance because there's lots of seam allowance right here. But anyways, so I had to figure that out. And then now what I have to do is freehand cut the flames, like, because I don't want to draw on it. I don't have a water soluble marker or anything. So basically I have to cut the flames. Let's just imagine I'm cutting flames, please. And then I'll just sew them on. So like I'm overlapping them. So I have to sew the flames onto this and then do the same from here to here and then here to there. So I had to Pinterest to get a reference pic of how I want my flames to look. And earlier I said I was going to freehand cut these flames, but what I really meant was that I was going to freehand draw them so that I can make a template so that, you know, all of the flames will somewhat look the same. Now, when I do cut this template, my strips are not big enough, or wide enough rather, to fit the template as a whole. So you see right here, I left a little bit of space. And the reason why that space has to be there is so that when I place the overlapping color, which I think would be orange in this case, those orange flames can go in that free space. And also because it was shorter, I had to go in and just clean up the flames. And yeah, that's how I did it. So back with a small update. This is the way it's looking. Now, something that I realized along the way, which is gonna affect the whole rest of the jacket. Basically, everything's gonna be shorter than what it is. Because remember, if you remember, I said earlier that I forgot about the seam allowance. Well, yeah. So because I didn't make these longer strips, if I would have made them longer, then I would have had more room to like span out the flames. What would have been a sleeve that fits, well, I mean, looking at it, like the sleeve will fit, it would have fit this long, like right here by my, like almost to my thumb, but now it's just right at the, well, that's with, I mean, if you think about the fact that I'm going to fold it in and have a hem, you see it's above the wrist, which means it's technically too short. But what I think I'm going to do to fix that though, is I'm going to add an elastic band around the sleeve so that, you know, you see what I'm saying? So that way it'll account for the shortness of the sleeve. As far as the bodice of it though, because that's, like I said, it's going to be shorter everywhere because I cut them all about the same strips. And some of the strips I cut even shorter than the ones I cut for this. So that means they're going to be real short. But the funny thing is that originally when I even thought of this, I was like, I want to do a crop style pullover jacket. So now the fact that I did all of the things to a point where it's gonna end up being cropped, I'm just like, well, that's one way to go about it. Just mistake your way into the goal. But so yeah, I really like how it's looking so far. Like, that bitch look fire. That bitch look fire. It look fire. Fire. Literally. So the next step after cutting all the flames was sewing them all down. This was the longest and most tedious step. If you're gonna do this, please get the right needles. What's up, y'all? I am back with a quick update. As you can see, I got on the jacket. No sleeves yet because I just haven't done the sleeves. Sorry. But anyways, I wanted to point out a few things that I did not think about when I was making this. For one, and I've done this more than once before, a lot of times I will get a patterned thing and forget that the pattern matters. So if you can look at this, you can tell that, like, you know, you can see here that it's a bit off as far as that. And like, you know, it's not like, if that would have been lined up in a cuter way, it would have been kind of, you know, it would have looked a little better. But as I stand back here, it kind of gives this like optical illusion right up in there. So it's not a big deal, but it's something that I'm just like, dang, I wish I would have thought of that. Another thing, which I'm going to drop it down, so you're not going to see me talking anymore. You're going to just see the bottom of it. Another thing is this. The flames go higher up in the back than they do the front. I am not sure, like, I'm not sure why my brain didn't register that would happen. But let's see how it would look if I had the sleeves on with it. Like, where does the flame of the sleeves stop? I mean, again, it's not something that I need to, like, be like, oh, damn, you know. But it is something where I'm just like, really? Like, really? So, as you can see, look at that. Hold on. Pause. Pause again, Granddad. If you watch the Boondocks, then you know where that's from. Well, I just told you where it's from. But yeah. All right. So, I mean, at least, you know, the sleeve matches up with the front. I think that's really helpful in bringing it all together. Of course, the pen gonna come out. So yeah, those are two of the things that I just did not account for. And I'm kind of sad about it. I mean, I'm like this much sad. Some stuff I'd be like that much sad about it. But, yeah, I just wanted to show that. Again, let me just... So this is the final product. And I gotta say, it's literally fire. Like, this thing is dope as hell. And I want to keep it. And every time I want to keep an item, that makes me feel great. Because that means that I really love it. And also, the sleeves and the length of the bodice, they didn't get affected nearly as much as I thought they would. So that was lit. All right, y'all. So that is all for this episode of Scrap That. Make sure you stay tuned and watch the next episode. And also go check this out because it's going to be for sale. Get you something fire for your wardrobe. What do you mean? You can shop that at rebelloveclothing.com. L-U-V, not L-O-V-E. And see y'all next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.